Back to Inside Texas Politics. On Friday, Representative Michael McCaul walked away from one of the most powerful committees in Congress. He was the first Texan to ever chair the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Chairman McCaul joined us from the U.S. Capitol to talk about that position and what is next politically for him. Mr. Chairman, welcome back to the program here. You've chaired the House Homeland Security Committee. You're leaving the Foreign Affairs Committee right now. As you leave this position, what concerns you most in the world right now?
Yeah, you got two hot wars in a hot zone. It's really the Indo-Pacific. If you play out war games, it is more likely to be a source when I get asked the question, where would World War III occur? It would be most likely in the Indo-Pacific, which is why deterrence is so important. I hope the new administration will bring that deterrence to play.
Mr. Chairman, with the election of Donald Trump and his incoming administration here, do you think that has squelched some of the, simmering battles around the world? It seems like the Israel-Gaza war has really been settled since the last time you and I talked. There's not as much talk about China anymore, it seems like, after the new administration coming in. And then we see what's going on in Ukraine and Russia, and Ukraine seems to be losing territory here and kind of on the downhill slide.
Right. I think, this goes back to the beginning of history, but if you look at Chamberlain and Churchill, one stood for appeasement, one projected strength. Reagan talked about peace through strength. I think Trump provides a projection of strength and certainly not weakness. He also projects unpredictability. I think our adversaries don't really know what he's going to do, and that provides, I have to say, Jason, a fear factor. I remember talking to Condoleezza Rice. She said, you want everybody to like you, but they're not always going to like you. If they don't, you want them to respect you. And if not, then you want them to fear you. I think Trump provides that fear factor that Biden did not. I think our adversaries are fearful of what his next move could be, given the fact he is commander-in-chief, or will be, over the greatest military on the planet.
You're walking away from this position as chair of the House Foreign Affairs Committee. You've held a lot of leadership positions in D.C. What's next for you politically?
Well, I respect our term limits. It's the best job I've had. I learned a lot, Every day I was learning about every part of the world, in the classified space as well. I want to carry on the information, the expertise I have, to be a very a thought leader in the Congress, somebody who can, lead on issues of foreign policy, national security, and work with the incoming administration on how we can best achieve peace throughout the world and maintain our status, though, as a superpower that we inherited from the greatest generation, World War II.
There has been chatter, though, about you potentially looking at a U.S. Senate run. Is that something you've thought about, or do you have higher political aspirations?
I haven't, and I don't know what my good friend Senator Cornyn's going to do. I was hoping he'd be majority leader, but I'm sure there'll be quite a few candidates lined up for that one. I've had a lot of, strangely, a lot of opportunities thrown at me. I really want to spend the next 2 years doing the best job I can to help defend this great nation with my expertise. And, if that, I don't close off any options, at this point.
Yeah. Mr. Chairman, it's good to see you again. I appreciate the time as always, sir.